I recently have been getting back into Snowbreak Containment Zone, and one of the big problems I've found as a new/returning player, there aren't a whole lot of really great guides out there for this, or there isn't really any like wiki like Pridewin or any good useful information on the game. So today, if you're a new player jumping into Snowbreak Containment Zone, I wanted to make a video for you guys, basically just a beginner's guide on some basic information that I wish I knew when I started out playing the game. If you find today's video helpful, consider subscribing and liking, because why not? Anyways, just jump straight into things. Okay, so once you've gotten past, the tutorial stages of the game, there are a few things that I wish I kind of knew, and one of those things was how to build characters. It's one of the problems I ran into very, very early on. I just had no idea what I was doing. So I'm going to take you through the process or the logic of building a character in this game. Okay, so as for character building, pretty much just choose whatever character you want to build, click the operative screen and go to the view details, then click recommended. They literally have a character building thing built into the game. I was not aware this was here when I first started playing. The first build is going to be the more economy free-to-play friendly build, and this one's going to be a bit more of the pay-to-win build in terms of mainly the weapons. This is the 5-star limited weapon, and this is the 4-star weapon. The logistics though are going to be very acquirable for both. It's just one's easier to acquire in endgame, which are the 5-star ones. Now, a couple things to keep in mind. Depending on what character they're going to use, they're either going to use a base game logistics set or a limited logistics set. This is where things get a little bit more complicated, but they actually made a huge improvement to this recently. So with limited characters, the way you used to have to get the logistics was they were from a limited time events that came out with that patch, and they were acquirable through the store, basically. The thing that sucked about this is once this event went away, for example, for this current character, you would just not be able to farm them anymore. They changed this recently, so they made a better way of farming them. And basically you do that, you go to the fight screen, you go to operation, and you come over here. This is going to be the new kind of way to farm the limited ones. You basically just pick what squad you want to farm, run the stage a bunch of times, you'll build up each stage clear you do, you build up this bar, and you'll get a random one of these for free. And then you'll also get this currency, which you can use to spend on the shop, which is under the elite logistics, and you can pick up copies there as well of the particular squad you need. Now, how do you know what squad you need for the character? Well, very simple. We go back into that detail screen, and if you click on these, they have the name of the logistic, but they also tell you what squad they're a part of. So for example, to build 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿, I need the 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉 squad. So I need to farm this. Now, I already have the pieces I need aside from one. So, wait, is this the 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉 squad? No. What are you? I know what squad that's part of. So I need to get the last... No, wait, hold on. Is that the right slot? So this is what I'm saying. Stuff gets a little bit confusing in this game. They don't really present information in the best way. Okay, so I think I already have you. I think I need this last one. So let's do an example. I'm going to go into the shop. I could buy it here, but I don't have enough currency. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to that stage. I am going to auto clear it once. That's going to give me 10 of the currency. I get to complete this as well, so I get the last piece of what I need. I actually already had that one. But let's say, for example, I didn't get the right piece and I want to buy another one. I can go into here, Elite Logistics, and I can find the anti-piece that I actually wanted. Do keep in mind there are different stats for these, so you're going to need to look at your character's skills as well. So we can now go back over to our 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 and we can equip the actual piece we want. Now, with 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿, basically the way, I know I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, I'm very sorry. A lot of her skills, I believe, scale off of attack, or just she's a damage dealer, so you want to use her skills for that. So generally the 𝙀𝙓𝙋 squad is going to be a good option. I believe that's works, but also there's frost damage built into the kit as well, which is very good for 𝙀𝙓𝙋 because she does frost damage. Simple as that. Basically, it's pretty easy. Just if you want to figure out what kind of one to use, the recommended build is going to be good, but if you don't know and you want to try other things, just read what the character's skills do and it will generally tell you what one to build. Alright, so now let's switch that off, and what we can do now is we can train up and level up this one. So you can see the stats are here, we just level up, and we're going to get boosts in the stats. So if we level up more, nope, we can't level up anymore because I don't have any materials. So the important thing are not going to be the main stats of the thing, you want to look at the talent stats. So if you read what these do, as you can see, different stats. So you have to level them up to different levels to unlock higher parts of them, but basically for the character I'm building, I would want things like attack percent, ability crit rate, crit damage, that kind of things, and maybe a bit of ult energy recovery. I don't actually know what all of the stats are. I don't know if there's ones for like particular damage types, but yet again, just kind of look and read what the character kind of scales off of, what type of damage they do and what they do, and you'll be able to figure this out. Like for example, if it's a healing character, you might want a bit more supportive kind of logistics things. Like yeah, yet again, it's very hard to figure this stuff out because they don't really give you good information in this game. Basically, in terms of character building, they basically just give you, hey, that's all they really give you. So it's a little bit hard to figure out sometimes for yourself. It's better to probably just follow the guide. So yeah, make sure you're basically grabbing the right logistics and building the right weapon in terms of those things. Now that's the tricky part out of the way for building a character. The next thing is going to be manifestations. This is the dupe system in the game. You might think that the only way to acquire these are through gacha. You can do that, but something the game didn't make clear like super early on is there's actually just a daily way to farm these. Very easily too. Personal file. Right here. For every single character in the game, including the 5 stars. So you don't need dupes in this game, it's just going to take longer if you don't get dupes. So basically the way this works is there's a bunch of stages for all the different characters, find the character you want, so I'm going to do Kaniga, clear as far as you can into the story until you get to the last one, and then you get 2 daily challenge attempts per stage. We're just going to auto clear this, we don't need to do this. And there we go, we have 2 character shards for this character. It's not enough to level them up just yet, but eventually you should be able to get these up completely for free. You are limited, obviously, in how many of these you can do per day. So you get 2 attempts per character, but you also consume this memory chip thing. Basically, memory chips automatically replenish 12 pieces per day. So yeah, you can build a character fully over time in terms of manifestations. Okay, so the last and final thing you're going to be upgrading is going to be neuronics. Now, I'm not showing you this on 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 because I've basically done this. So basically the way this works is you come into the tree, you start here, and you go through each individual node. In order to upgrade the nodes, you're going to need to use this resource here, which is the fiber accents. You can get this through various different ways, but one of the main ways you're going to be getting this is 2 different ways. The first is going to be through shops, basically. You will grind out the 2 event currencies and you'll be able to acquire both the rarer version and the cheaper version here. In addition to that, there's also a stage to farm it out here as well. You can clear the furthest point and just order your way through it every single day. I haven't done that later stage, I actually probably should. But yeah, very easy to do. Just so we're clear as well, make sure whenever you're like farming resources things, always prioritize the event stuff first through the material stage, and the other game modes, use your stamina up there instead of using it in the main stuff, because the rewards are usually better and more optimal. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know for upgrading a character. They made it a lot easier now that they have the event limited logistics in the game. Very, very much easier. Now, the next little thing I wish I knew when I first started at the game is trying to how the fastest way basically to level up your account. Now, this is important because if you look here, I'm capped at level 70, max level cap is level 80, but I can't upgrade my character any further until I get to adjunct level 70. As you can see, I'm level 65. Now, it's going to start slowing it down a lot when you get to my point in the game, but early on in the game, the fastest way to level up your account is going through the material stage, coming to the highest level you can go, and just auto-clearing it every single day. This is the best way to level up your account. It'll give you probably the most experience out of any game mode you're going to be doing. In addition to that, that's also going to be getting you the currency for farming buying stuff in the shop, which is you're going to be needing to do anyways, because there will be summonable tickets and there will be those resources we were talking about earlier, plus other things as well, including weapons you can get for the current on-banner character. So for example, the new character in the game that they just added is 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 Enigma. And if you want to get her best in slot weapon for the 4-star variant, it is the one they're selling on the event store. So do keep that in mind. Anytime you're pulling for a new character, make sure, sorry, let me just clear my stuff. Make sure you go to the event and pick up their 4-star weapon. This is required, basically. This is the first thing you want to be buying. I made the mistake of realizing this. I only just realized this recently, that these are even on the store, and they're limited to the character and made for the character. So Anytime you're summoning for a character, make sure that you pick up their weapon from the event shop. Very, very required. For example, the current character is, like I said, Gerudo. You can try and pick up a 5-star weapon. You don't have to, because it's literally just a 4-star weapon available in the shop. Make sure you grab this. Another small little thing as well, every single day in the Quartermaster, there's going to be a free pack under this tab. Basically, it just gives you a little bit of this, where are we? This resource here, which is going to be your stamina. It's going to be these stamina refreshing things. You can access these in your storage and adds them into here. I always just pop these because I'm going to be using them anyways. I'm also going to grab these so I can do more memory chip stuff for the duplicate farming. But basically, just make sure you're claiming that every single day. You're probably going to be doing it anyways because there's a yellow dot on it every day. It's a little bit annoying, but it's there. Also, make sure you're completing as many of your tasks as possible. They offer some really good rewards. I haven't even finished all mine. I've been playing this game very disjointedly. If you're playing returners as well, you'll also have the returners reward thing. I don't have a lot of time to complete this. I'm probably not going to be able to. I probably should focus on it. But yeah, make sure you're completing any like little tasks that you've been given. As for the base as well, this is probably the last thing I'm going to talk about. There's not a huge amount of stuff really here in terms of like necessarily rewards you're going to be getting, but something that's very, very fun. And I'm going to explain how this works. So basically, in here every single week, there's this puzzle game mode. You're probably sitting here going, oh, why would I want to do this? Well, it gets you this particular resource, these here, the opal vouchers. These are good because what you can do is you can come over here and to get the most out of your characters, basically, you can buy limited time furniture for the characters. So say, for example, I wanted to buy one of these pieces, I can put it into their dorm room. This isn't cool because any of the ones that had this little like wavy kind of symbol animation, those are animated, basically animated animations you can get for your characters in their rooms. So I'm gonna head over back to one of my rooms and kind of showcase this. So we're gonna go into here, into categories. This is one of my favorites. As you can see, she's playing music right now in her room. This is one of those furniture animation pieces. You have to buy those with those characters. So if you want these, definitely a great thing to do. In addition to that, you'll also get random events, but you can send them the gifts, which are the furniture. And when you do so, you'll unlock new story sections. These story sections offer currency, so you're definitely going to want to do these. In addition to that, you get some cool animations. Also, you get these random events where they're like fully 3D cutscenes. They're pretty cool. And yeah, I'm just going to skip over this. I don't really mind. And sometimes you also get, if we go here, these cool little things. This is one of the furniture pieces you can buy as well. Some of these are pretty spicy, so you're going to want to pick some of these up. But yeah. Probably will end off here. Anyways, guys, hopefully you all enjoyed it. That's just some little beginner things I'd recommend doing. Basically just building characters, events, and other stuff. I'm going to make some more in-depth guides for the individual characters and some other things in the future. But I just wanted to provide some like general kind of things that I wish I knew when I started playing. Anyways, guys, hope you all found that helpful. Have a good one. Bye.